All right. We are live on both YouTube and in my Feel Good Sales podcast group. I think I have to click a button on the Facebook group though. So hold on just a second. Yes.
It's always one more button.
I know, right? I'm hoping that it's going live on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it is. All right. So we're now live on Facebook. That's so cool. All right. And then let me check on the podcast. I mean, not on the podcast, on the YouTube channel. It says we're live.
We did it.
Yes. Yes, we are. Oh, sorry. It was echoing. Okay. All right. So I want to welcome everyone to our second episode, to my second episode of the Feel Good Sales podcast. I want your sales process to feel so good that you want to make more sales, which means you make more money. That's exactly what this podcast is all about. It's a huge process. Marketing, sales, everything. So I want to give you guys so many advantages. That's why I am super excited for my guest today, Asia Dorr. She is a brand specialist, y'all, and she's going to teach us how to leverage our expertise, what we love and what we do so well, so we can make our sales fun, so we can make more. So here's my guest. Asia, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do, what you love, whatever.
Sure. Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. Very excited to be your second guest. That's a huge honor. And good morning to everyone who's joining us live. I am a brand strategist. So I help entrepreneurs leverage and, more importantly, communicate their unique expertise so that they can position themselves as the authority in their space. Because it really doesn't matter how brilliant you are at what you do. If you can't explain it to other people, they're just not going to care because they don't understand what it means for them.
That is perfect. And I absolutely agree. If you don't know what you're doing or how to explain it, it really is, you need to be succinct. And you have to know that, for one, for SEO purposes, which everyone knows I love. You need to know what you sell and what you do. So, okay, all right, that is awesome. So the reason we are here is to discuss what your favorite part of the sales process is. And I have a fun little, I attached letters. It's an acronym to feel good. FEELGOOD. You are obviously L, leverage. Yes, that's what we're talking about today.
Very honored to be L. That's exciting.
I know Kelly was D, delight and deepen. You're also delight and deepen. I think L, my podcast guests, are gonna be D.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm sure there will be some overlap in letters too.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I know. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be at least 2 or 3 letters. So yes. So let's talk about what your favorite part of the sales process is.
Yes. My favorite part of the sales process is that as entrepreneurs, we have this opportunity to use our expertise to actually solve real problems. And because of that, make people's lives better or easier or more fun or more fulfilling or whatever it is, right? And it's such an incredible opportunity because just think about how many people are crammed into jobs that don't allow them to really use their strengths to their fullest potential, if at all, honestly. And it's, for some people that works. For some people, they go to their job, they get a paycheck, they come home, that separation is there, and they're perfectly happy with that, right? Which is great. But then there's other people, probably like you and me, and probably for everyone watching or listening to this, who really need more meaning in their work, right? So it just feels so good to be able to solve problems with our expertise. So the reason that that's my favorite part of the sales process is because I feel like it really just switches up the energy around it. It's so easy when we're business owners because we're so in our businesses 24/7, 365. It's so easy to, come at it from inward outward, like, oh, what, like, where are all the, I want more clients, where are all the followers, how come no one liked my post, I need more subscribers, I need more sales, me, right? Which is understandable. As business owners, we do need to prioritize those things. But there is just the biggest energetic shift when you move from, why isn't my business, why aren't people doing more for me? When you switch that to, here's exactly what my business can do for other people, and they are absolutely deranged if they ignore me.
That's funny. Right?
So that's why it's my favorite part. It just really, it brings a little bit more, even like neutrality. It's an energetic shift, but it's even a little bit more of a neutral thing, because it's like, look, these are the problems I can solve. I'm telling you I can solve them, but I'm also telling you how I can solve them. I'm showing you, testimonials of all the people whose problems I solved and now they're better for it. Do you want your problem solved or not? If yes, great, let's work together. If no, that's cool too. Maybe someone else can help you, or maybe you'll just have the problem for the rest of your life, but that's not on me, right? I'm offering a solution. Do you want it or no? So that's what makes the sales process so much easier for me, because then it's not desperation and justifying and, oh God, I hope I get this client. It's just, look, I have a solution. Here it is. Would you like it? Yes or no?
Right. And that's the main reason, I hope one of the main reasons we all become entrepreneurs is because we do have a problem we can solve. And we figured out how to solve it with years of experience. And so, yeah, exactly. That's how I approach my sales process is, here we go. Here's how I can solve your problem. Take it. Take it or leave it. That's it. That's it. Because you are getting my expertise. And like I said, that's a major reason we all become entrepreneurs. That means we specialize in something. Okay. All right. Awesome. Fantastic. I love that. Very succinct, very to the point, very get real, folks. I love that. So, how can we apply that to our own sales process?
Yes. That's where it gets a little tricky, but also quite simple. It's sort of both at the same time. Because a lot of entrepreneurs, especially the ones that I work with, are definitely experts, right? There's no question about their expertise. But because they're experts, they're typically pulling from years of experience, a huge knowledge pool, many different skills, methods and modalities, and creating their own frameworks and sharing their own perspectives. And it just starts to kind of feel like a big mishmash of ideas. So to them, it's very obvious what they do, right? It's like, yeah, I can help you. I do it all the time with people. It's simple. But when they try to articulate it, that's when it gets a little bit confusing, because their work feels so immense. It's just really difficult to talk about, even in a quick sales conversation, right? So the way that you really leverage your expertise to make sales more fun is to figure out what the hell you actually do. Figure out exactly what the result is of working with you. And I know there's people who are watching or listening who are like, no, like, I'm multi-passionate and I have all these modalities I pull from and I help people in all kinds of different ways. And that's okay, right? We don't need to shy away from that. As a brand strategist, I'm not here to put you in a box. Okay. I know we're all multifaceted humans, and I know that you help people in multiple ways, but we have to be able to explain it to other people. So the secret is really not putting yourself in a box, not figuring out what is the one thing I help people with, what is the one thing that makes you unique. The secret is to figure out how all of the combination of things mean one thing to your ideal client.
I love that. And we kind of forget sometimes that it's all about the client. Okay, so figure out, what do your clients need? And come at it from that stance. If you're having trouble, it's like, what are some of the things that your clients have told you that they need or they want? What problems do they want solved? That's a good way of coming about it as well. And like I said before, in order for the search engines to find you, like Google, YouTube, anything like that, you really need a word. You need to be, you need something. Sorry, you need to be able to name your service, and it needs to be something that people are actually searching for, meaning they have a problem that needs to be solved. So yeah, that's kind of what it all comes down to. It's like your expertise is this problem that you solve. You are the solution. So like you said, here's my solution. You can take it or you can leave it. That is fantastic. I love it. And I love how exact you've been, because that speaks volumes as to how much you love this topic.
Oh, yeah. And thank you for giving me a platform to talk about it, because I could talk about it all day, because it really is so important. But I know as an expert how convoluted it can feel in our brains. I really am so empathetic to that. But it's just about finding the common threads and then pulling at them until you get to one cohesive idea that's easy to explain. And as you were just talking, I also, this came up for me. I really want to emphasize that experimentation is okay. It's okay if you don't sit down for 10 minutes and you're like, I'm going to figure this out. That rarely happens, right? It's an ongoing process. We all evolve it as experts too, right? So the more willing we are to continue to try to get more and more specific as time goes on, I promise you will get there. But you got to start somewhere. So this wishy-washy promises of solutions of like, live your best life and be your best self, it's like, no, you are offering so much more than that, like I promise you. And so much more specificity is really going to help the right people find you, which of course is going to make selling so much easier when it comes to actually making the sale, because they've already probably made up their mind, or at least they know this is the solution I need. Is Asia the one to give me that solution? Which just makes the sales process so much easier and more fun.
It really does. It really does. And yes, I had, so I'm listening to everything you're saying, and as you're talking, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's true, and I want to make a comment, and then I'm like, no, but she said something else that's important. So that thought just completely went out of my head. I was like, yes, that's so true.
Maybe it'll come back. Maybe I know, right? Patient, it'll come back.
Right. Oh, I know what it was. It was, you talked about making mistakes. Okay. That's how we learn. So be brave, be fearless, try something out, try a niche, but you need to try it for a little while. You don't just need to try it for like 2 weeks or something. So see how it works. If no one's responding, try it for, the experts say 6 months, but I don't know. But anyway, try it out. Don't be afraid to to test out a niche, see how it flies. If no one's responding, that's not a solution. And also, like I said, there are tools out there that you can add to your browsers. One is called Keywords Everywhere. I love that tool. And it will tell you how many people are actually searching for that topic. Yes, I know. I love that. I love that tool. It's one of my favorite tools. So if you're having trouble with that, that's one tool. Another resource is Asia. Y'all contact Asia.
I'm here. I have solutions.
Exactly. She will help you pinpoint it. She will help you find what your expertise is and how you can. She's a brand strategist, y'all. Can you explain just a little bit what a brand is? I'm sorry, this was not in our questions, but you're a specialist. You know, what is a brand?
It's a good question because it wasn't on the list of questions, but if I didn't know, that's a pretty good way to tell that Asia does not actually have solutions to my problem. So yeah, the basics. Your brand is essentially just your reputation. It's how people feel about you, right? It's the little spot that you take up in their brain. Oh, Asia Dorr, she's a brand strategist. This is how she can help me, right? It's not always a conscious thought. It's more, I would say, a subconscious feeling. It can be both. So your brand strategy really then bridges the gap between what you want your brand to be and what it actually is. So it gives you a path of actions to take to make sure you become known for the thing you want to become known for in the way that you want to become known for it.
I love it. And the way we do that is by providing a solution and also providing a topic and knowing what you do. So it all comes full circle.
It's and talking about it all
the
time, over and over and over again until you're sick of talking about it. And then you talk about it some more.
That is huge. That is one of the main purposes of the Feel Good Sales Process podcast, is to let everyone know you need to talk about what you do. It's called marketing. That's what the process is. It's marketing. If you don't market yourself, if you don't get out there, if you don't advertise, if you don't do your Facebook posts, if you don't do your Instagram, if you don't do your newsletter, everything, but you have to know what you're doing. You have to know what solution you're providing and your topic, so you can write it out. And like you said, just, you're going to get sick of it, but that's how people find out. That's exactly how people find out. This is amazing. All right. So how can people find you? How can they work with you? Give us all your deets.
I will. Can I just say one other thing?
Please.
Okay. In terms of marketing and just even like the name of this whole podcast and Feel Good Sales, right? If we view our expertise as solutions to problems, it also changes marketing from like a necessary evil to a service that you're providing. Because if you're offering solutions, why wouldn't you want everyone to know about it? Like, imagine when you read a really good book, like a personal development book, right? And you're like, your mind is blown. You want to go tell everybody about it, right? Or even if you like try a new recipe, or I don't know, you go to a cool museum or something, we want to share those things with people, right? Marketing can be the exact same thing. So I just wanted to add that too, that when you realize that you're just offering solutions to problems, it gets a lot easier to talk about because you're doing people a favor really by marketing.
I agree. And sometimes it's hard. Actually, it's very hard. I want to make this process easier, but for so many of us, for so many entrepreneurs, it's really difficult to talk about what you do because you think you're bothering people. You think no one needs my service or whatever. But like Asia said, we want this to be easy for you. We want the repetition there. It is necessary, and we want to make it fun. And we want to make it feel good. So like I said, you make more sales. make more sales, you make more money. That's exactly why we're in this, okay? Is to make more money. So you got to get out there.
Yes.
Awesome. Amazing. Thank you so much. All right.
Yes,
So
thank you for letting me interject there. But yes, so I would love to invite anyone who's either watching this live or watches or listens to it later to a brand audit. It's a 30-minute meeting via Zoom where we basically will just determine whether this brand that you have been working so hard to build is actually communicating your expertise. And during that call, we're also going to brainstorm new ways to just leverage what makes you unique, and then decide on 3 really practical and actionable changes that you can make to start grabbing the attention of your ideal clients. They're also free, which is great. And the reason they're free is not because it's a trap. I'm not trying to trap you. It's not a cleverly designed sales call. If there is something that I can help you with at the end of the call, hell yeah, I'm going to invite you to that conversation because I have solutions to problems. But branding can feel like such a conceptual thing. So this really gives you a way to see how my expertise can be applied directly to your business. And it gives you something a little bit more tangible to hold on to instead of just like the conceptual out here brand strategy. And you will probably have the link to that somewhere, but I'll just say it here. It's just asiador.com/brand audit.
fantastic. So what we'll do is we'll put it, number one, we'll put it in the show notes once I do produce once I publish the podcast, but it will also be in the live notes. And then also, it will also be in the YouTube notes. So it's going to be everywhere. So I want to say hi to some of the people logging on. Suzanne is here. She says, Asia!
Thanks for being here, Suzanne.
And then she says, hi, Michelle. Hey, Suzanne. And then also we've got Puffy G is in the house on Facebook. If there's anybody else joining us, please say hi. I love this. It just really excites me. And I'm excited. I don't know how Suzanne found us, but she's on the Riverside chat. Oh, you know what? No, she's on YouTube. It shows right here. It shows YouTube.
Fun.
This is a new platform, you guys, and I am impressed and amazed at what it's doing. So yes, this is so exciting. Thank you so much. So we'll have, actually, you know what? I can do that in here. It's HTTPS. And then it's /what? Asiador
asiador.com/brand audit.
And is it -audit or is it just all one word?
Just brand audit.
Okay. Let's see. Hopefully. Okay. All right. I put it on YouTube, and then I'm going to put it in the live feed on /. All right, there we go. I put it on the Facebook feed.
Wonderful. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And like I said, I'll put it in the show notes as well. And you can find us on Spotify. And I'm signing up this week. I've got to sign up for everything else. So we'll be on Apple. We'll be on iHeartRadio. We'll be on all the channels, all the podcast platforms, as well as live each week, right here on YouTube and the Facebook group. Now, I just wanted to throw in a little bit about my upcoming guest. I'm super excited because this week on Friday, I have Jamie Hayden. And Jamie, y'all need to join her Facebook group because she teaches you how to go live and how to feel comfortable with going live. So I've got Jamie Hayden this coming Friday at 11. And then I've got Trisha Dika, and she is going to talk about energetics and beliefs. It's so cool because she will record a subliminal message for you. This is affirmations in your own voice. So anyway, it's super cool. What else she does. And then I've got CT Tarbox. She's going to be talking about AI, your AI twin. That's so cool. And then and then I have Laura Chaddington. She is going to be talking about offers. And then the last one I'm going to say, because I'm like super excited about this, Dr. Ivan Meisner of BNI, the founder of BNI, is going to be on the podcast. I know, I'm so excited. So anyway, I've got a lot of other guests lined up. If y'all want to be notified, just sign up. I'll have the link in the show notes for you to sign up to get notifications. And I think that's it. I want to thank y'all so very, very much for joining us. I can't figure out where to look, so I apologize, everybody. I'm looking at Asia, I'm looking at me, I'm looking at the camera. I promise I'll rewatch this video and see where I should be looking the whole time. But and if y'all want, I do something as well. So if y'all want me to look at your strategy, at your overall sales strategy, at your website, at your social media, whatever, I can take a look at that and give you guys some actionable steps, and that's free as well. And I'll post that link in the show notes. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for being a most fantastical guest for episode 2. And thank you, everyone, from the bottom of my heart for joining. This is why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for you guys, and I know that's why Asia's doing it as well. She wants y'all to succeed. I want y'all to succeed. So that's it. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.